guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at my undisclosed location because guess what? We have the car that's really setting ablaze the luxury sport performance sedan segment. This is a 2020 Kia Stinger GT. Let's talk a little bit about Kia history and the Stinger. Kia's been around since the early 1990s. You had two choices, Kia Sophia or Kia Sportage. Since then, they have really turned the whole car industry upside down, especially with their latest bringings to the table. Now, the Stinger GT first made its appearance in 2011 at the Frankfurt Auto Show. Actual production model did not hit the streets until 2018. So it's only been 2 years since the Stinger GT has been available. But since that time, they really have opened up people's eyes to what type of quality they could bring to the table, the materials, and of course, your favorite and my favorite, performance. One thing is for sure, that the other companies definitely need to acknowledge what Kia is doing with this Stinger, and it's meant to go up against the BMW 4 Series, the Audi A5 Sportback, the Genesis G70, and of course the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. But why don't we go ahead, let's jump into this Kia Stinger GT and see what is so special about it. Right off the bat, the styling. So European, so unique. I love what they did with the headlight design. Everything is blacked out inside. You have your LED headlights, and then you see this little squadron of LEDs. Those are gonna be your turn signals, and then of course your daytime running lamps. Love the flow, love the look of it. We drop down, you have a little bit of this black chrome, which is a nice finish, gloss black with functional side air intakes. Nice and large, and you heard that part, functional. That's a great look. You can see how it starts here in this lower extension of the front fascia and then comes right in. Great flow to it. Now, as we come across the front grille, this is something, get used to it. This is unique styling to Kia to separate their brand from everybody else. They call this the tiger nose, where it's pinched in the center, flared out on the sides. You have that black chrome finish all the way around. I like the nice silver accents. And then look at how they hid their safety technology behind this panel with a forward-facing camera. We drop down, a little bit of gloss black and more of that chrome finish. What I would like to see is, you see this flat black extension? I wish it actually came out a little bit further all the way across. Would really add to the aggressive style of this Kia Stinger GT. Now, badging, the black with the silver feels really good. When you get up onto the hood, the zonk is gonna be the two fake vents. Now, if they would have just kept this all gloss black smoothness, I think that that would just kind of clean it all up, because it's nice to sometimes break up the sea of just sheet metal, or make them functional would be even better. Now, as we come around the corner, this shows the intentions and performance purpose of this car. 19-inch wheel, machined aluminum, gunmetal gray. I like the center cap here because it makes it look like it's a single lug in the center instead of having your lug nuts underneath. Large 4-piston Brembo caliper. I like the bright red with the 19-inch wheel. And you could also see the performance intentions of this car. This is a Michelin. The wheels are wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. That's going to give you a nice balance of grip and also durability. And the wonderful news is you could have it your way with your Kia Stinger GT. All-wheel drive, or this one is rear-wheel drive. Now, as we go into the fender, you're gonna have this side vent that is functional. So you're gonna drag air out. I like the black chrome, a little bit of flat black. And look at how they brought the body line with the actual venting. Really, really nice style. Really shows that they thought this whole thing through. The black chrome on the side mirrors with your LED turn signals. And then when we get up onto the top, you are gonna have a sunroof, but here is a zonk. I wish they would have blacked out the whole roof. They blacked it out up front. This back portion, I personally would have this wrapped just to clean it up, and I think it would even add to the overall look. I like the way the bottom portion here of the window still kind of curves up into that rear quarter window. Very nice, strong body lines. That's one thing that's great. And that low roof. And what's amazing is, wait until we get inside, you think you'd have no headroom, you're gonna have plenty of headroom. Now, when you come around the back, you can see how the trim extends all the way to the rear. One zonk is this guy right here. Now, I know it's mandated by the Federal Department of Transportation to have a side reflector. I just wish it wasn't so large, because when you get to the back, Just like the front, very European. All LED lighting, very slim, very trim. I like the way the hatch lid, because this doesn't have a trunk, actually, it's a hatchback or sportback. I like the way it extends out. You got that Kia badge I was telling you about, the Stinger script, so classy. And then check out the quad exhaust with a beautiful rear diffuser and the GT badge, very clean and looks great. But why don't we go ahead, pop the hood and see what's powering this Stinger GT. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hood struts. What you're looking at is turbocharged goodness. That's a 3.3 liter V6 twin turbo, 365 horsepower, 376 pound-feet of torque. It's all mated through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Best part, 0 to 60, 4.4 seconds, quarter mile in 12.9, and a top speed of 167 miles per hour. The car weighs in right about 4,000 pounds and pretty decent MPG return, 18 in the city, 27 in the highway. What can I say? I like the engine cover, I like the red turbo script, and you could see the bracing here at the front end of the business. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this Stinger GT and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, the best part, you thought the outside was the best, the interior is that much better. Now, I know you're probably wondering, well, Joe, of course everything has a price. What is the price of a Stinger GT? Now, the great news is you could go from base, which is right around MSRP of $39,000, up to this one is right around $50,000. But let's see what you get for the money. Door panels, love what they've done. Love that nice dark red, the silver accents, the brushed aluminum covers, speaker covers, the Harman Kardon sound system. It just really screams high class. You do have a pocket down there for a bottle and a couple Twinkies. So they got you figured out for those long road trip snacks. Now, when we get to the dash, everything is far forward. I like the simulated stitching, the beautiful leather here. Look at how it all flows into the center stack area. You have an 8-inch infotainment system screen. It is touchscreen, and you can use other controls as well. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, real easy to swipe through. You can get your climate control, dual climate control for passenger and driver. I like the very aeronautical inspired AC vents, a la Mercedes-Benz style. You have a tasteful start-stop button. Look at the controls, very slim. The brushed aluminum is a nice touch. You have your dual climate controls down here, AC. Then watch this beautiful lid, open sesame, wireless charging, USB, aux jack, and a 12 volt. That's what I'm talking about. They got you covered no matter which way you're running. You close that. 2 cup holders, looks great because of the silver around. If this was black, I wouldn't think it would look right, but the silver, even with the open cup holders, looks great. This is gonna control that 8-speed automatic transmission. Let me show you what reverse looks like. You're gonna get your 360 camera, and you have your backup camera there. You can see the trajectory to help you out as you're backing up. We could go into our different screens here, check everything out. Very, very nice. Let me even show you, I'll put it in the park. Let me show you the forward-facing camera. So you have a forward-facing camera view as well that can be brought up once you go into drive here. Let me put in drive. So here's our forward-facing camera. You got that same trajectory. Very, very nice touch. I put it back in the park. Super easy to understand. You have your drive mode. So when I turn the knob here on the infotainment system screen, it actually changes. So you have your sport, custom, which you could customize the different settings. We could go back to sport, of course, race, red with the checkered flag. We have comfort and eco, and smart. So you got plenty of modes to go through with whatever type of driving you want to do. As we come back, very smart when it comes to heated and ventilated seats. It's all one switch. Heated, you tap up. Ventilated, you tap down, and it actually changes the color of the LED light underneath. Very smart thinking. Little tiny cubby here for some Jolly Ranchers Tootsie Rolls. Now the armrest is a little hard, but nice stitching. We open it up. You got your tray for your M&Ms, And you have some nice felt lining in there that you could put your class ring from high school and it's not gonna get scratched. Seats are great. GT logo, the perforated center, very nice wide electric assist for both passenger and the driver, which is wonderful. And I'm telling you, you could get them to fit your body. Tons of headroom, even with the sunroof. I wish it was a panoramic sunroof, but you have a standard size sunroof. I think the only other zonk I would give to the interior is I wish it had a frameless auto dimming mirror, because this one with the big dark black frame just seems out of place inside this beautiful interior. But why don't you come on over to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of the Kia Stinger GT. All right, guys, business end, you do have 2 memory settings for the seats, which is great. And I love what they did for the nice large dead pedal, the brake pedal, and the throttle all have that aluminum finish to it. Just adds to the classy touch, look, and feel. Speaking of class, look at this key fob. I love it. It looks like a bomb detonator in a good way. So you'rethebomb.com right here, lock, unlock. You could open up the rear hatch and everything. Has a nice weight to it, great look. Steering wheel, same exact thing. Flat bottom, love the GT logo. Little bit of gloss black, tasteful horn button, nice controls. You do have paddles to go up and down the 8-speed automatic transmission, which is a dream. And then check out the dash. I love the digital display. You have your analog tach, analog speedometer. I think one of my favorite parts is, watch this. I'm doing this on purpose. It actually shows you like what speed your windshield wiper is. That's a nice touch. It also lets you know, look at that, it shows the knob and what mode you're in. These are very, very nice touches. Really just allow the driving experience to be that much better. And you have a heads-up display as well. So that really is a nice setup. But why don't we go ahead, let's check out that back seat and see how your passengers are gonna like this Stinger GT. All right, guys, backseat time. Here's the amazing thing, is the headroom. I am 6 feet tall and I still have plenty of headroom back here, even with the sexy roof line. Getting in and out is a breeze. Now, you do have plastic on the backs of the seats and the cargo net, so I am gonna zonk that. But one thing I'm definitely not gonna zonk, check out the AC. So you have the AC vents that mimic what's up front, and then 1, 2, buckle your shoe. You're gonna have everything charged very, very nicely, USB and a 12 volt. Seating position is great. I could ride for a very long time back here. Armrests, great height. It's a little hard, but you do have the cup holders exactly the way they should be. Put it back, ready to rock and roll. Let's check out that back cargo area, because this is where the big surprises are. All right, guys, here comes the best part. This is the part that blows my mind every time I open it. You hit the button, nice power assist. Check out how much space you have in the back of the Stinger GT. Now, if you want a hard number, you're looking at 23 cubic feet of space. Of course, those seats can fold down as well. The entry in and out of this thing is at a very nice height. I like the brushed aluminum here. Not only does it look good, but this is gonna take a better beating than just plastic. But you can see the amount of space that we have back here. Let's see what's underneath, because I know everybody wants to know, do you get a spare? There is your jack and whatnot. So nicely done by Kia. Close that up, hit the button. Let's get to the best part. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this Stinger GT for a spin. All right, guys, we're in the 2020 Kia Stinger GT. This thing, we have it in sport mode right now. Pulling out on throttle. Little bit of slide from the rear. I'm telling you, the shifts are ultra fast. That ZF 8-speed, great transmission. I like how you could actually put different information in between the two analog gauges. Right now, I have it showing oil temp, the torque, and turbo boost, which I think is great to have that flexibility in the car. Switching to different modes, I'm putting it into comfort right now. Let's see how she handles this right-hand bend over here. You can see, really, really great the way it's planted. Good feedback coming from the steering wheel. And she gets off and just runs. Super smooth, very, very comfortable, very confident, inspiring. Now, I'll be honest, in that sport mode, you lay on that loud pedal hard enough and you break traction, that rear end is gonna come around very, very quickly. That's one thing that I've learned from experience. So just something to be aware of as you are, taking this for a test drive, or if you go out and buy one and you try out that sport mode. But other than that, the feedback to the steering wheel, very, very quick steering. It's almost on the line of being too quick, if that's even such a thing, believe it or not, but the feedback is great. Seating position, I love the seats. You could actually pull the bolstering in to hold you in a little tighter if you want to, depending on your driving situation. cabin is ultra quiet, easy to get to the touchscreen. Paddles are a good size behind the steering wheel if you want to manually shift. But I'm telling you right now, this thing, boy, oh boy, it gets up and goes. Good sound coming into the cabin. The brakes, the Brembos really bite down awesome on those calipers and slow you down very, very quickly. Remember, this is a 4,000-pound vehicle. Slows you down very, very quickly. Nice, good feedback. Allows you to feel confident from behind the wheel. You do have that pesky auto start-stop feature, which is easy. You hit the button and it turns right off, which is great. But pulling out here, super smooth, twin turbo power. Really puts you back in the seat nicely. It really, really does. And then driving along, the heads-up display gives you your speed, shows you your lane keep assist. Remember, you're going to get the full plethora of all those safety features from Kia. And everywhere you look and touch is just nice quality feel. It feels solid, and I love that about it. The 8-inch display, it's perfectly placed. I know some people, they bark about that iPad style, but really they did it smart by dropping it down a little bit. It's really not in your line of sight, but it's exactly where it should be for whatever information you want to get very quickly. Now, the only thing with visibility is the back window's a little tight. Back window's a little tight, but the side mirrors are nice and large so that you can see past those blind spots. The windshield, the way they have the A-pillars pulled far apart, you can see very, very clearly, and super, super smart with the way that they just have the layout of the interior. Steering wheel, I love the thickness. I love the style of it. I'm putting on my ventilated seats. Feels good, easy to get to everything. And the best news is your passengers are gonna feel comfortable. So that also is very, very important as well. But driving down the road here, I just love the overall feel. I have it in comfort mode. Still great feedback from the steering wheel. You know, some cars, when you put it into comfort mode, it almost feels like there's no feeling in the steering. This, you're still gonna get that great feeling. The seats are supportive. Wish there was a panoramic sunroof on this particular trim level, but you know, I think we're just being nitpicky at this point. But very, very smooth, very, very capable. And I'm telling you, you gotta take one of these. If you have not taken a Kia Stinger GT for a spin, you need to take one of these for a spin. Let me go ahead and get on throttle just a little bit here as we go down this road. I'm telling you, just so capable, so capable. And then even going over some bumps, it just soaks up the bumps really well on top of that. So it's a great, of course, going to be a great daily driver. You got the flexibility of that Sportback with all that room back there. But hopefully this gives you an overall feel of the Kia Stinger GT. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I will see you back at our undisclosed area in a split second. All right, guys, it's been a wonderful time. I definitely got to thank everybody at Kia Motors for allowing me access to this 2020 Stinger GT press fleet vehicle. Is it a game changer? I'm gonna say 100%. Should people be changing their minds about Kia? I'm gonna totally agree with that one. And it really shows what they're capable of when it comes to style, performance, and also versatility, and how nice that interior was. But if it's cars like these you wanna see on the channel, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Radies Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Radies Rise merch. Got to give it up to Big Guns McGee. Guess what? I'm going to let everybody in on a little secret. This is the car that changed Tom's mind about Kia. This exact car, this color combination. So I know Tom's been reliving those memories. Thank you, Tom, for sharing the memories. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.